Hey guys, it's Mark here and I own a classic, and welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before. We're going to be doing a little run through of the Convoy's range from Matchbox. We got a little bit of background noise as an uncharacteristically wet day in Wales. Never known it to rain like this before. So what we're going to be doing, starting with Convoy CY1, we're going to run through the range. And where necessary, we're going to implement some of the excellent trucks from Tyco, Matchbox, and the Premier range, etc. And we're going to look at some of the absolute bunkum garbage which come from Mattel. That's going to be an interesting one. Keep an eye out for #PlasticPig. Now, what we're going to do first of all, we're going to be looking at CY1, the carrier. We're going to go on the turntable now. I will look around at this beautiful truck and the fantastic hand cut dies that was used for the casting. Keep watching. Okay then guys, first up we're looking at CY1. I like to call this the full fat model because it had the full tamper printing, full chrome, full painting. Some of them didn't even have full painting. And as I say, the Mark 1 was the best in the Matchbox range. It was a nice clean crisp mould, whereas some of the later ones did have a lot of flash on them, especially the Mattel Matchbox, which they run off early. They didn't renew the moulds. How do you tell the Matchbox Lesney? Well, first one, obviously, look on the box. It was a Matchbox Lesney. It will actually say Lesney products on the back of the box. I'll take a photograph of this and insert it by here now, as you can see. Yourself. The majority of the boxes were bilingual, usually French and English. I had a really nice, clean, crisp layout to them. I've seen some people saying that these were the later boxes. They're completely wrong. These were the Mark 1 British originals. We just pop on the turntable now to have a look around. So it's a little recap then. So as you can see, you got Lesney 1982 on the rear. Obviously Matchbox Lesney being the original. Just bring that camera up a smidge. You get a good 360 of the box. Now I'll try and put it on the turntable. I think it's going to be too long, but we'll see how that pans out now. Okay, so it brings us into the camera, as you can see here. I was right, she's never been apart. The lugs are still clean and fresh down inside, so that's the first time the trailer has ever been off the truck. Down in there, the teeth are still sharp and nice on the fifth wheel. So let's try on the table and see what we get. Will she fit? Oh, just about. That's nice. Look at that. So yeah, I think guys, she's an absolute cracking first model in the range. I think Matchbox Lesney, 1980s, no CNC control on the lathes. It was all manually designed castings and hand cut. The original castings in forms were. It was none of this drawn on a computer and let a CNC machine cut the die for the casting. It was all hand cut dies. I think that's why the finish and the attention to detail on them is fantastic. The locker box holds in the side of the cab, the lamps on the top of the cab. Remember, all this, folks, was done originally on a solid, would have been a solid steel casting, hand chiseled and cut, and that was then used for the master die to make the negatives of for the mouldings. So I think it's a cracking handmade design, and I don't know who actually made the die for Lesney at the time in around about 1980. But surely, as you can see, there was a master craftsman, a master engineer, to produce something like this, which lasted in production for the best part of 20 years. Some of the models have only been in production for as little as a year. But these, I think the last of these was about 2002, I think. And as of the rocket behind, as you can just see in the picture here, the same molding was used again for the 2022 Convoys range. Such was the quality of the craftsmanship. So best part of 40 years after original production, the NASA rocket was reused on the Convoy's Lone Star cab and rocket trailer. I think that's quite remarkable and a testament to how well Lesney made their products. Well, thanks for coming along on the ride, guys. Next time up, we're going to be looking at CY2 and his siblings, and we're going to see where we go from there. But so far my plan is to go through them all model by model, and I think that's the best way to do it, rather than just throw them at the screen, which some people do, and you actually get a really good look at the trucks. So see you on the next one, and thanks and bye bye. Hit the old like.